All right, next up we've got a video to review. So let's go ahead and get this started. So we've got a mock meet, so we're reviewing this for weakness correction, technical changes. So this one is a limit squat, which is good to see. Um, and usually people that send us in videos are 8 RPE lifts, and you don't see much, if any, technical breakdown. So I'm glad that you sent me a real lift here. So first off, you deserve to be commended for that, for sticking it out and actually grinding through something good. So good job there. Now, what I'm seeing technically is that you're getting what we're calling chest fall. Um, it means that your hips are shooting up a little bit, your knees come back. That's not translating into movement of the bar, right? So this is a pretty obvious case of it. So there are three ways that I want you to address it. The first way is when you're doing the competition exercise, I want you to focus on driving your chest up, getting your hips underneath you early. Okay, that's going to help with this. When it comes to assistance exercises, we're looking at things like pin squats, things like high bar squats or safety bar squats. Now it looks like you're already squatting in a high bar position, so that's fine. If you don't have access to a safety bar, then that's also fine. You can just substitute pause squats instead. Same sort of thing though. When you're doing those lifts, you want to think about driving the bar up and getting your hips underneath you early. Okay, so this isn't bad. I don't want you to go away thinking that this squat is bad, but this is a very common thing, and that's how we would go about fixing it. So now let's move on to your bench. Excuse me. So your grip is a bit close in this bench. If you don't have shoulder problems, you may want to consider a slightly wider grip. You don't have to go super wide, maybe just coming out a couple finger widths would be helpful. Outside of that, I think just general tightness on the bench would be helpful. So making sure that you're squeezing the bar, that you're uh, staying tight in your lats, that you're using your lats to stabilize the bar. Your descent is fine, but then on the press, it seems like you're trying to press the bar straight up, and then when the bar dies, you let it drift back over your face. Now, if you start to press the bar up and it dies, that's exactly what you should do. But you should also try to preempt that a little bit. So make sure that what you're thinking of when you're doing your bench training is that you're thinking of driving the bar back over your face at an angle and then straight up. So it's not a straight line up or back. It's kind of a curve. So it's going to go back toward your shoulders as it comes off your chest, and then straight up as you lock it out. All right, moving on to the deadlift. Your deadlift is not bad, actually. I think you're getting a little bit of twist. I'm not sure exactly if that's because of the plates. I've deadlifted with angled plates before, and sometimes that will throw it off in the beginning. But you are getting a little bit of a twist. It's not bad though, and in fact, this is your best looking lift that I've seen. I'm assuming that the mats on the floor are to set it to the correct height in terms of getting the bar, at a competition level height. In terms of weaknesses, I think you should just do the program as it's written for now. It's going to take care of what you've got. Yeah, so complete your your competition exercises and your assistance exercises with a sumo stance, and then yeah, if you do those with the sumo stance and then do your supplemental lifts with whatever stance is required, then I think you'll be fine. Okay, talking about military press now, which we don't review very many military press lifts. this is looking a bit rough, but bar path is kind of all over the place. You are getting it back over your head, which is a good thing, but almost too far. It looked like you almost lost your balance backwards there. Um, but yeah, I mean, thanks for sending in limit lifts. It's a lot easier to pick out technical flaws, and it's more meaningful feedback for you to review limit lifts versus just whatever other gym lifts that you've got. So I don't have much feedback for you on the overhead press. Just that if you keep doing it, that bar path will clean up. Don't lose it behind you, but you seem to have the right idea. That's all I've got for you. Thanks for sending in the video.